I'm tired of game companies thinking they have more than just a video game. Like, Bethesda is the worst. With Fallout 76, they thought they had literal gold. It's like, no, you have a video game. People are going to buy it for $60 and then buy a different video game. Stop thinking you have, like, something so special. If it ends up being special, then sure, but stop pretending. And, like, Blizzard did it, too, with Overwatch. You remember when Overwatch first came out? And, like, Overwatch came out and they immediately made a esports scene. Right after it came out. And I'm like, listen, you can't just suspect that your game is going to be an esport. Like, you have to build it up. Like, you have to build the fan base, and they have to want it, and it has to be competitive enough, and there has to be people that are willing to compete. You can't, like, force it. And that's what companies do now. They force, like, this community around their games. Fallout 76 comes out, everyone hates it, and Bethesda's like, so listen, if you pay us $100 a year, this is what we're going to do for you. And everyone's like, we don't even like the game. You got to make a game first. What are you doing? The same thing with 15. 15 came out, and everyone was like, that looks like a cool $60 game. And Square was like, but wait, there's more. You can have this movie, too. Great, but I was going to play the game. There's also these 3 mobile games you can have. You get one of them free with your pre-order. You can play it before and get the story right before the game starts. That's awesome. But, like, I'd like to play the $60 game. No, wait! There's a card game, too. You can play the card game and go with your friends. We got an esports scene for the card game. It's like a digital... That's great. Can I play the $60 game now? But wait! You got to let that stuff build up. Like, you got to let people play the game first. It's not a universe. You can't force the universe part. Like, Final Fantasy VII was just Final Fantasy VII. And then Final Fantasy VIII came out, and people still loved 7. And Final Fantasy IX came out, and people still loved 7. And then Square was like, everyone really likes 7. Let's make Dirge of Cerberus. And that's how you do it. Like, once it's been built and the community's there and people love it still after years of it being out, then you add to it. Let's write some books. Let's make a movie. Let's make some side games. And people will eat that up. But if you do it immediately, then people are just going to be like, why? I don't even like the game. Why would I want to buy all this crap? And that's why I hate season passes so much. What a waste of everyone's money. I hate season passes so much. Season passes are the equivalent of like that stuff when you go to the grocery store and it's right at the checkout. You go to checkout and you're like, oh man, they got white chocolate Kit Kats. They do the same thing with the season pass. You're about to check out and they're like, you're gonna get the season pass. And you don't even know if you like the game yet or not. And they don't even know if they're gonna finish the DLC. There's been so many season passes that they don't even finish the DLC that's meant for the season pass because they realize the game isn't successful. You can't do that. You gotta wait. I feel like a complete idiot for getting the Black Ops 2 season pass. A complete idiot. I'm telling you, like they made it seem so great, and then they release like 3 maps, and then they're like, so the new Call of Duty's coming out, and we're broke, so this is gonna be the last one. Season Pass is nothing more than an add-on item. It's marketing 101. It's salespeople 101. Trust me, I know. I was a salesperson at one point. It's all about those add-on items. You get them to like the basic product, and then you tag on the add-on items. And it's very difficult for people to say no when they've already accepted the fact that they like the base item. This is how it works. You get You get somebody, you sell somebody some knives, right? And you're like, listen, these knives are great. See this apple? Boom, cuts that apple. See this orange? Boom, cuts that orange. See this plank of wood? Boom, cuts that plank of wood. Why wouldn't you like these knives? They're great, and they're only $10. You can go to the store and buy regular knives for $5, but they're going to wear out. You're going to have to buy new knives every couple of years. These knives are going to last you your entire life, and you can give them to your children. It's going to last for their entire lives as well. They're only $10. It's like buying 2 sets of knives, and boom, cuts that plank of wood like easy. How could you not buy these knives? So you do this whole spiel so that the person buying the knives has agreed with you and themselves that those knives are definitely worth the money and they're definitely a good buy. And you get them to say, yes, I want those knives. And that's when you get them. That's when you pull the trigger. That's when you start adding on the add-ons. Well, seeing as though I've agreed that these knives are great, and you agree that these knives are great, and there's no reason why you wouldn't want to get these knives, let me introduce you to these forks. You're not going to believe these forks. The forks are just like the knives, but forks. We've already both agreed that the knives are great. So how could you tell me right now that you wouldn't want these forks, given that they're the same exact thing as the knives? And the person buying is going to be like, well, you got a point. Like, I did say I was going to buy the knives, and the forks are just another version of the knives. I should definitely buy those forks. But wait! You've already agreed with me and yourself that these forks are great, and you've also agreed with both me and yourself that those knives are extremely great. Let me introduce you to these spoons! Now, these spoons are just like the forks and the knives, but there's a bonus as well. They got this extra shape. They got this special shape curve that gets more food in your mouth at the same time. It's amazing. You're not going to believe it. You're not going to believe this. It's the same exact price as the knives and the forks. Even though it's got that extra bonus feature of the bend, only $10. You're paying, and you're not going to believe this. If you buy all 3, we take $5 off. Now it's just an insane deal. You were already going to buy the knives. Now you got all this and you're saving money. You're not going to believe it. And the person buying is like, okay, well, I've already agreed with myself and you that the knives are great. I've already agreed with myself and you that the forks are great. Why would I not buy the spoons, especially with the bonus feature? Plus, if I get the spoons, the knives and the forks are both cheaper. Now, all of a sudden, you're paying $25 for something you weren't even going to buy in the first place. That's the way it goes. That's the way the marketing goes. And it's the same way with season passes. If you've already agreed with yourself that you're going to buy Call of Duty and you enjoy Call of Duty, and there's no reason why you wouldn't buy Call of Duty at $60, when they throw in the season pass and say, listen, you already like Call of Duty. We already know you're going to buy this season pass, but if you get both now, it's $15 instead of $20. Your inner monologue is like, well, I'm already decided I'm going to buy Call of Duty, and I'm probably going to get that season pass, and if I get it now, it's going to be cheaper. It's a win-win. You've already agreed with yourself that Call of Duty is something that you want, but if you separate it all and just look at the season pass for what it is, you might be like, season passes suck. I don't want the season pass. But once they get you in to the first product, it's all about that add-on. It's all about that, you know, just tack another thing onto something that you've already agreed to buy. It's marketing 101. It's salesperson 101. I did the same exact thing back when I sold DirecTV for a month before I quit that job because it was awful. But it was the same thing. All you got to do is get the person in the door to agree that DirecTV is better than anything else. Like obviously, if you look at the numbers, you get more channels and it's cheaper, and you know there's no reason not to get DirecTV. That like we used to play the game all the time. So like DirecTV would be cheaper than all the other things, and it was true. It was cheaper if you got the base package. So you sell them the base package. You know, you go, listen, AT&T is $100 a month. Time Warner is $90 a month. You're not going to believe this. DirecTV, $65 a month. It's insane. It's an insane deal. You get the same stuff. You're watching the same shows. Don't worry. Your Honey Boo Boo is still going to be on DirecTV. But listen, $65 a month. You're not going to believe the amount of money you save. We're already in a Walmart. You know how much money you know how many things you can buy with $35 extra a month? A month. You could come in here and buy 35 oranges. For the amount of money you're spending on the stupid AT&T service is no better. You're going to be getting this base pass package, $65, sign on the dotted line. You get them to sign, and then you start tacking on, you know, all the different things. Well, if you like Honey Boo Boo, you're going to love this. We got the deluxe Honey Boo Boo package. It's got so much Honey Boo Boo, you're not going to believe it. You don't even have to catch the show when it's on. You got all the episodes. They're all there on demand. You can watch it frontwards, backwards, sideways, fast motion, slow motion, black and white. You're never going to watch it in any of those, but they're there if you want to. You can do it. And you just keep tacking on. Eventually, the bill is going to be $120 a month, but you get all this extra stuff. You still feel like it's worth it because you were sold the original $65 package, and you thought that was a deal. So $120, but, you know, it has all this extra stuff, suddenly sounds nicer.